Welcome to this week's episode. This time around I have a very special guest I haven't seen for months and she wants to see how my new home looks like. My mother. And showing her around on a boat of this size is not going to take that long, so we'll spend the rest of the day on a road trip in South Pelion. And as we never forget we live on a boat, we need some maintenance too. But first of all, my mother wanted to clean everything. Everything. So we started our road trip from Kalanera to Argalasti. And that was the perfect time to stop for our morning coffee in Argalasti's central square. A beautiful place under the trees, adjacent to the clock tower of the town. And not that far away from the town of Argalasti is my favorite little village of the whole peninsula of South Pelion. This is Horto, which means weed. And whoa! This place is connected to the sea. This is not a creek. This is weird and I would say beautiful too. There are even little fellas swimming around here. Look at them. And the water is so still and transparent that it actually feels unreal. Come on, Harry, this is your time to shine. In 3, 2, 1, go! Yes! And now that I saw myself, it reminded me to remind you to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Next up, one of the most famous destinations in the peninsula of South Pelion, Milina. And as this was a quick stop for a swim, now we are going to the village of Kotes. And after all this carefree time, back to the boatyard to fix my V-berth hatch that was still leaking from episode 5, if you remember. That big storm. To begin with, I had to remove the old plexiglass, which was a project on its own. And then I had to remove the old Sikaflex, and not just that. Also, I had to remove some silicone, which was a hell of a difficult task. Remember, never use silicone. It's so difficult to remove afterwards. With that said, let's get back to the project. I had to use masking tape on the plexiglass itself, and at the same time I had to use masking tape on the actual frame in order not to create a big mess with my new, fresh and expensive Sikaflex. And keep in mind, guys, if you are about to use Sikaflex to attach a plexiglass onto a metal frame like this one, you will definitely need a primer 207 from Sika. So after you apply the primer and let it dry for 30 minutes or so, you can then go and apply the Sikaflex 295 UV. As you can see, I'm using some weight to push the plexiglass onto the frame. Then you can proceed with adding more Sikaflex to the connection points between the two materials. And welcome to my kingdom. This is my tool room. For now. Then if you want to look really professional, you can use the specialized tool to spread the Sikaflex onto the seam and scrape the excess out of it. At this point, I need to urge you to use disposable gloves, as Sikaflex will stain your fingers like hell. Well, I don't know how hell stains fingers, but it's a figure of speech. Allow me to present the final result. How does it look? Not too bad, right? Nice, neat. I like it. That's it for today, guys. Keep on chasing your dreams one horizon at a time. Go for it. Thanks for watching.